Well, now I want to turn to the S High Rail segment, and this is sponsored by American Models.
American Models, manufacturers of quality S-scale equipment for more than 40 years. We have 13 types of locomotive: the Alco FA2 freight engine, the Alco PA1 passenger diesel, RS3 and RS11 road switchers, EMD, FP7, GP9 R18, GP35, E8 passenger engines, and Amtrak F40PH diesels, the Baldwin S12 switcher, Fairbanks Morris Trainmaster, and the GE U25B. And of course, the classic GG1 electric. We also manufacture 11 types of freight cars, 2 styles of caboose, and heavyweight and Bud streamlined passenger cars. We have our own line of track and roadbed. We provide parts and service for everything we sell. Check us out at AmericanModels.com or call us at 734-449-1100.
Well, now I want to introduce the host for this segment of our show, Joel Weber. Joel, welcome.
Hello, Hello. How are you guys?
Good.
I don't think I've got my camera working. Computers are not my thing. So what I'm going to talk about tonight is, my modeling efforts are usually to fill a need. And when I built my layout, a need that I had, or to be able to get to the back of a 6-foot deep layout. Let me share my screen here. All right. Do you see the picture?
Yes.
Okay, so basically I've got a 2x2 hole in my layout so that I can get to the back, which is important when you have crossover switches in the back and that sort of thing. And when you build a layout, the last thing you want to do is crawl up on it. So I had a 2 foot by 2 foot space. I'm like, well, what am I going to do with this? Well, I'm in warehousing, have been all my life, logistics and that sort of thing. So the natural thing to me was to build a warehouse. This warehouse surrounds the hall. The walls are made out of plastic, generally trying to scale the height for, it's a very small warehouse. If you're thinking in terms of scale, it's less than 17,000 square feet, which is a very small warehouse. It's made out of material from, Plastruct, I believe. And I've got kind of a ribbed outside, which fits very nicely as an insulated panel because this is a freezer warehouse. The top is a piece of masonite, which then lifts out. Obviously, I'm going to put a little more detail to that, but it covers the hole. And when I need to get to the back, I pop it out and I can do what I need to do and pop it back on, and I've got a building. If you look at it, for instance, from the front, I've set up a 5-truck dock. Again, it's not a very big warehouse. On the left is the engine room where the equipment is for refrigerating the building. On the right is the office. I still need to build steps to both. That's the next step. And also in the front, the door on the right is a grade level door, a roll-up door, where we typically in this business, we ramp up to that because you're coming up to dock height. The doors themselves are, I've got them set with a little closer look. I've built in this case, I'm using wood material to surround the doors. These simulate a foam insulating panel that the truck backs up to that creates a temperature seal when the truck backs in. You can also then see what it looks like from when you've got it occupied. So bottom line, took a need, filled the building or created the building, set it into a next to the city scene, and fits kind of my history of what I've done in my life. The building is, the doors are the right size, the spacing between them are prototypical, that sort of thing, but still kind of shrunk down because you don't find a lot of buildings or warehouses this small out there in the wild. So really started from filling a need that I needed on the building or on the layout, and fit it into where it doesn't look out of place, even though it is the largest building on the layout. And so much of what I've done has been in that vein, starting from, okay, here's how many trains I want to fit in. This is where I want it to fit. Now I've got to start fitting things in around it. And this took care of that gap. Any questions?
I think that's fantastic. Thank you so very much, Joel.
You're welcome. And again,
I just like that the next step was building steps. I just thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because in a building like this, for instance, the first level in the office is probably even with the dock and the warehouse floor. So I've got to have steps right here in the front. The grade level, I mean, the roll-up door, I need a ramp to come up to that. And this is where a forklift may bring stuff inside and outside the building. The engine room, same thing. There's got to be steps to the man door there because its floor is level with the rest of the building. And this would be typical of a refrigerated warehouse structure where you get to work all day at -5 degrees when you work in the warehouse.
Good looking modeling. Thank you so very much, Joel.